Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be continuing with our career guidance series. So as you all know, we have started sharing the guidance, helping the people in sorting out in their career because a lot of people are getting confused what to do next, right? It is with respect to freshers, if you take with respect to experienced as well. So such things are happening. So what we have started is we will be covering the videos and you can also chat with us on Instagram. So if you just search on Instagram, RD Automation Learning, so you will find a page which has been created to help each one of you, whether it is fresher or experienced. And you can post us the queries on our messengers and we will be creating videos on them, right? So anonymous things will be there. We won't be posting the names or the persons. It will be a bit generic, right? Because we won't be disclosing all those things, right? So now we have received one query yesterday on our Instagram chat box. So let me share the screen. Okay, so here is the uh, query that had come, right? So we'll be understanding the query of this person today in this video, and we also would be sharing our point of view. Now, when I say my point of view, so it might happen that there is something else that is going on in your mind, right? Everyone will have their own perspective, everyone have their own experience, and based on that they will be sharing their point of views, right? So we'll be going through this query. So hello, I have watched your YouTube videos. I am an undergraduate student set to complete my studies by March 2024. As a fresher, I am confused about what skills I should focus on learning. Is it worthwhile for a fresher like me to learn full stack development, front end, back end, various tools, etc.? Or should I start with just learning one programming language like Python? I would appreciate any guidance you can provide on the best path forward for an undergraduate like me who will soon be entering the job market. Please let me know the most effective way to focus my efforts at this stage of my studies and career, right? So that's a very, good question. And this is a common question that many of the freshers, undergraduates will have, right? So now let's look into the solution. So first of all, I'm an undergraduate student, right? So it is very important that you focus on your studies, right? Complete your graduation without any backlogs, without any, you know, with all subjects clear with the flying colors, right? So when you are doing studies, don't worry about getting a job. That is definitely the human tendency. As soon as you will enter into the last semester, you will have such kind of things coming up, right? So you will have to control and be focused, stay focused on your studies, right? So let me write here. Okay, stay focused on your studies. Okay, then the next thing is it worthwhile for a fresher like me to learn full stack development, front end, back end, various tools, etc.? So if you are a fresher, right? So think first of all what you want to become. Do you want to become a developer? Do you want to become a tester? Do you want to become a business analyst? Right? So what kind of role you are trying to have in your life? And this is something that is not you will have to do 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. This is something that you have to ask yourself, which you should be able to do in the longer run for 15, 20 years, maybe for 10 to 15 years, right? So it depends on which career path that you are choosing, whether you want to go for development, whether you want to go for testing, whether you want to become business analyst, right? So ask yourself, right? What do you want to become? The second thing is, if you want to become a developer, if you want to go for development, don't learn everything together, right? Someone will learn front end, someone will learn back end as well. Other tools and technologies are also there. That's not the right way to learn. Whenever you are learning, learn one tool, one technology at a time. For example, if you are taking Python as a language to learn, you should spend some time, maybe, you know, 4 hours in a day learning Python. 1 or 2 hours you can practice in that, right? 1 or 2 hours you can work on job searches. 1 or 2 hours you should work on platforms like LinkedIn in making your in expanding your network, right? So let's say if you have 8 hours in a day, right? 4 hours you are dedicatedly giving for studying, right? 2 hours you can give for applying for jobs, right? And 2 hours you should give for growing your network on LinkedIn. Okay, it is very important that your network should be wide so that whenever any job opportunities are coming, you can get easy referrals. And people who would be having the referrals would be given the first priority for the interviews for the job opportunities, right? So this is how you should break down your day. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is also necessary. Apart from that, if you see you want to learn Python, okay, then there is one more language which you can learn, which is Java. Okay, Python as well as Java if you want to become a tester, right? So many of the projects that are done in automation that use programming language as Java, but Python is comparatively easy compared to Java. So if you haven't learned Java, you can start with Python first. If you know somewhat Java, then complete Java first, right? So that's how you can plan. Okay. And if you want to go in development, learn backend first, because front end is not that much difficult. Once you learn backend, once you learn how to create APIs, how to work with them, then front end, that will be an easy thing for you, right? So start with backend. But whatever you start, the first initial phase, you will have to do a lot of hard work because those things will be new for you. As a fresher, you will be graduating from the colleges, right? In colleges, what happens? You have 8 subjects in 8 semesters, right? You have 64 subjects, you have all those papers, theory, practical, you give them, you score with flying colors, and then you feel, yes, you're out of the world and you will be scoring, you will be getting a job with maybe 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs per annum, 7 lakhs per annum, right? Depends from which tier college you have passed out. But apart from that, this is altogether a new thing, right? In interviews, you would be asked core questions, right? If you go for Java, if you go for Python, core basic questions will be asked, right? Definitely your knowledge of the subjects in the college is necessary, but then again, you will have to study all these things from scratch. It doesn't mean that whatever studies you have done in college is scrapped out. No, it's not like that, but that's a basic thing. That's a fundamental. But when you learn any language, you will have to again start from scratch, right? So learning a language is not that difficult. You can learn theory, you can practice writing programs, if else for, and there is altogether a new series also that we have started on Java programming questions that we have, right? So you can subscribe that channel as well. So this is how you can do, right? So the question was, is it worthwhile for a fresher like me to learn full stack development, front end, back end, or learn one programming language? So learn one programming language first, right? And with that, you can have backend knowledge first. Then you can go for front end. Once you get job opportunities in development, go to development. Yeah, right. Work as a developer for 1 2 years. If you feel it's not your cup of tea, then you can switch to testing also, right? Then apart from that, if you are learning, let's say front end, right? So practice front end also by creating your own websites, and these websites you can put in your CVs also, right? If you are learning everything, let's say you took 6 months to learn front end, back end, create some websites, create something that you can showcase when your interviews are going on, right? So that would help. Why I was telling for development plus testing, because if you are going for development, right, then you also have one option that you can go for becoming an SDET, wherein you, if you have a knowledge of any one programming language, you can also learn Selenium and you can do coding, you can do test automation, right? So that's how you can choose your career wisely. You can shift from development to testing. You can shift from testing to business analyst, right? So those are various career uh, path that you can take, right? So I hope this would have answered your query, right? So thank you so much for connecting with us on Instagram, right? And I'll request every one of you, if you want to speak to us, if you want to connect with us one to one, you can connect on Instagram. will be staying active there and will be helping you with the queries one by one, right? So thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.